So finished a book called White Rage by Carol Anderson, and it's a book that I would recommend people to read and understand. It's one of those historical books that takes a specific lens and kind of tracks major events through that lens. This one specifically being a response by collective white America to advancement of black peoples in our country. And so basically it looks at different moments throughout our history where there's been strides for progress for black people, and then looks at how there's been a response to that. And, I think that, analyzing it just from that lens, any historical event from a single lens is not ideal, but that's not, this book isn't trying to do a holistic analysis of these historical events. It's trying to look at specific moments where there has been a perceived white response or white backlash to progress made by black folks or folks of color in our nation. So it goes through and it kind of lays out those cases and the responses that happen, and it's compelling and it's an important work. And I especially encourage you, if you're white, to read this and to try to really see it from the author's perspective, and see how this view of history is prominent and valid for people to have and to see, and that looking at this will help a current understanding of why there's so much lack of faith in change and in the government and in our society in general to ever have true progress towards equality. And so it's interesting, you read the reviews throughout Amazon and things like that, and most of the one-star reviews are just saying that it's racist, like she's making a racist claim that white people are the only cause of racism, and like all this stuff, and that's not ever what she's saying, but she, I believe, rightfully is claiming that our nation was built on white supremacy, on making sure that whites were able to maintain positions of power and privilege, and over time, as that has seemed like it's been slipping, or there seems like there's some type of progress being made by groups that the perception is will take away from my power and my privilege, there has been a response to that. And this book does a great job of tracking that and going through and looking at that. So check it out and see what you think. Read it with an open mind, and you'll learn some things about history. You'll learn some connections that you maybe didn't have before, and it'll get you to think critically. So check it out. Let me know what you think.